Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite makes the process of becoming a published, best-selling author as simple as sipping your morning cup of coffee. You can learn more about Authors Unite at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. And today I want you to meet the dynamo that brings families and teams together with a paintbrush. Her name's Karen Grosz, and she is the founder of Canvas Creek Team Building. So welcome to the show.
Hey, I am so excited to be talking to the head honcho.
Yes.
It was cool to see that in your name, Tyler.
Thank you. Yeah, I think sometimes, like CEO is a little boring. So I was like, head honcho, let's go with that.
Yeah, that was good.
And I'm excited to have you here. We'll jump into the first one. The first question I have for you is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Well, Tyler, I'm kind of old, so I have lots of them. But the one that I thought I would tell you is my dad was listening to me coach somebody one day, and I wasn't doing a great job. And I hung up the phone and said, "They're not going to do what I said anyway." And Dad said, "Oh my gosh, Karen, people don't listen unless they ask to be told." And I know it was so good. It was just such a powerful moment where I stopped and thought about, how am I coaching this person? Are they ready to listen? And so now I use that all of the time. I wait until people are ready for the lesson before I offer the lesson.
I love that. The next one I have for you is, what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
So the team building can be absolutely effective and magical. Most people don't like team building, but if it's done right and it's a good process, just crazy, amazing things can happen for a team.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
The best piece of advice is to wait 2 weeks. It is amazing how everything in people's minds can change in 2 weeks. So if you're frustrated and you're thinking, I'm going to close this business, you wait 2 weeks. And if you think you have a world-changing idea, you got to wait 2 weeks and see if it's still a really good idea.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
To do it all again, even the mistakes. That I've learned so much, so do it all again.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
The decision to be happy. You wake up every single morning with a choice to make. Are you going to be a grump, or are you going to be a happy, joy-filled person? Yes,
I love that answer. I agree. I think happiness is a choice, and that there's like a debate to it. It's interesting, but I am on the side of, I think it is 100% a choice. So I like that.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of a preset of where our happiness is, but you get to decide if you're going to tap into it or not.
Yeah, that's what it is. Great way to put it. And the next one is what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
Well, so I feel like I should tell you my book is the best book I ever read, but I currently am totally in love with It Takes a Tribe, and that is by Will Dean. Oh my gosh, it is just a mind-blowing, amazing story about the Tough Mudder movement.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to check that out. And then what is your favorite quote and why?
Some people are like blisters. They only show up after all the work is done.
I never heard that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's funny. Listen, thank you so much. That actually threw me off a little bit. That was awesome. So thank you so much for coming on. The last one I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
So LinkedIn is really my best hangout, and it's just Karen Grosz on LinkedIn or Facebook.
Awesome. Thanks again for hopping on.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Great to visit with you.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.